Very good morning, everyone. Okay, shall we start? In the last class, we was discussing about this problem. I think only half of the problem we was discussed. Today, we will complete this problem. Then we will move to the next chapter. Anyway, once again, I will read out the statement of this problem. For an N-channel MOSFET with TOX, thickness of the oxide, it will be equal to 10 nanometer. Length will be equal to 1 micrometer. W will be equal to 10 micrometer. LOV stand for overlapping voltage. It will be equal to overlapping length. It will be equal to 0.05 micrometer. CSBO will be equal to CDBO. It will be equal to 10 microfemtofarad. V0 it will be equal to 0.6 volt. VSB it will be equal to 1 volt. VDS will be equal to 2 volt. Calculate the following capacitance when the transistor is operated in the saturation region. Okay, so we have to use all the formulas. I mean, what are the parameter we needed to calculate here? This for calculating this all the parameter we need to consider the formulas when the amplifier it will be operated in the saturation region. This is very important because of when the MOSFET it will be operated in the triode region, we have a different set of formulas. When the MOSFET it will be operated in the saturation region as well as the cutoff region, we have a different set of formulas. So hence we have to use the formulas when the MOSFET it will be operated in the saturation region. Okay, so once you list out all the given values here, the first parameter is COX. The formula for COX, it will be equal to epsilon OX divided by TOX. Just check it out. For calculating the COX, he is provided the sufficient data for us. Yes, TOX is given, and epsilon OX, it will be equal to 3.45 into 10 to the power of minus 11 divided by TOX. TOX is 10 into 10 to the power of minus 9, 10 nanometer. Correct? So after calculating this, we will get 3.45 into 10 to the power of minus 3 farad per meter square. Okay. The next parameter COV, it will be equal to W LOV COX. W is given, LOV is also given. COX just now we only calculated. Now substitute the known all the three quantities and calculated the value of COV. You will get COV, it will be equal to 1.72 into 10 to the power of minus 15. 10 to the power of minus 15 means femto. Femto we are designated with small f. Small f means 10 to the power of minus 15. Okay, so COV it will be equal to 1.725 into 10 to the power of minus 15 farad or femtofarad. The next parameter CGS, CGS, it will be, we have a different formulas for CGS. When the transistor, it will be operated in the triode region, different formula. When the transistor operated in the saturation, we have a different formula. So I have taken the saturation region formula. CGS, it will be equal to 2 by 3 WL plus COV. Why we have added COV here? Why we have added COV? Overlapping capacitance. When the gate, it will be overlapping with the source and drain, even that is also constituted and some capacitance. That capacitance only we are called as an COV. This COV we have to add it with the gate to source capacitance as well as gate to drain capacitance. Okay, so CGS, it will be equal to 2 by 3 WLCOX plus COV. Anyway, all the data, it will be available, and two more data we only calculated. Just substitute and calculate the value of CGS. CGS, it will be equal to 2.47 into 10 to the power of minus 14. ಇದನ್ನ femto convert ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ we will become it will become 24.7 femtofarad. Okay, so now again CGD, gate to drain, it will be almost similar as COV. COV, it will be equal to 1.72 femtofarad. The next one, the fourth parameter, CSB. CSB stand for source to body or source to substrate capacitance. It will be equal to CSBO volt divided by square root of 1 plus VSB divided by VO. VSB is also given, VO is also given, VSBO is also given. Just substitute the known quantities and calculate the value of CSB. Correct? The same way, actually here one parameter is missing in this sheet. We have to calculate the one more parameter, that is CDB. Okay, so what is the formula for CDB? This is the formula for calculating the CDB. CDB, it will be equal to CDBO square root of 1 plus VDB divided by VO. Okay, so use this formula and also calculated the value of an CDB. Okay, so in such a way that we are going to calculate all the 5 parameters. The next one, chapter 3 in the same module, frequency response of the common source amplifier. So in this topic, we have to discuss only two topics. One is high frequency response of the common source amplifier and low frequency response of an common source amplifier. In the high frequency as well as the low frequency, how the amplifier circuit it will be, and what are the component it will be affected on the high frequency, and what are the component it will be affected on the low frequency, and for calculating the cutoff frequency in each cases, which formulas we are going to use. Correct. So here also we don't have any derivative part and all. With the help of and some ready-made formulas only, we are going to conclude the high frequency response as well as low frequency response of an MOSFET. Okay, so before entering to an high frequency response of an MOSFET as well as low frequency response of an MOSFET, first we will see the frequency response of an normal common source amplifier. How the frequency response will be of the common source amplifier and all. For discussion of that, just have taken common source amplifier here. Correct. So we are already discussed many times, we are already discussed the significance of each and individual component what we have used for designing the common source amplifier. Okay, so what is the significance of an RG, what is the significance of an RD, what is the significance of an adding the RS resistance to the source terminal, if you remove or if you place, what is the effect of that, how the stability it will be improved if you are using the RS. These are all the things we are already discussed. Okay, at the same time, bipolar junction transistor frequency response also you people already studied in the regular laboratory. Correct. So in that BJT frequency response also we got the same graph. Just check it out here. We got the same graph for the bipolar junction transistor frequency response also. So here also we are getting the same graph for the MOSFET. Okay, so just have a look of this particular graph here. I mean, what are the filter concept we was discussed in the laboratory as well as it is in the 5th module: low pass filter or high pass filter or band pass filter or band rejection filter. Out of this 4 type of an filter, this graph belongs to which type of an filter circuit? Anyone? We was discussed about four type of an filter: low pass filter, high pass filter, band pass filter, and band rejection filter. In the band pass and band rejection, we deal two more type of an filter: narrow pass band and wide pass band. Even band rejection also we was discussed about two more type of an filters: narrow rejection filter as well as the widen rejection filter. Out of this filter category, this particular graph belongs to which type of an filters?
Wide pass band.
Yeah, pass band. Okay, generally we can call it as an pass band, right? Wide pass band. Okay, no problem. Correct. So R, it is wide pass band filter can also be designed with the help of the combination of high pass filter as well as low pass filter. I am correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the combination of low pass filter as well as the high pass filter. Just have a look here. ಈ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ನ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಧ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ the first portion, ಈ portion of the graph, it will be look like which type of an filter?
High pass.
High pass filter. ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾನು ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ನ ನಾನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ this graph it will be look like an low pass filter. It is the combination of the high pass filter as well as the low pass filter, or generally we can call it as an pass band. Correct. So ಈ ತರ ನಾವು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಈ ತರ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. At the same time, so here we have done few assumptions here. What are those assumptions? I hope you people are remember, because of many times we was using this statement and all. What are the coupling capacitance and what are the bypass capacitance we are using for designing the amplifier circuitry? Typical value of this bypass as well as the coupling capacitance, it is in the range of microfarad. I am correct? It is in the range of microfarad, or generally we can call it as a large capacitance value. Correct. So when we are choosing the large capacitance value for coupling as well as the bypass, almost all frequency ranges, this three capacitance, it will be act like an short circuit anta ಒಂದು statement na ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ. This is first statement. The second statement, what are the junction capacitance is there? I mean, for example, gate to source ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, gate to drain ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. Gate to source and gate to drain internal capacitance value, normally it is in the range of nanofarad as well as the picofarad. Nanofarad as well as the picofarad. Andre, it is the very small quantity for all frequency ranges, or particularly for high frequency ranges, it will be act like an open circuit. It will be act like an open circuit. For using these two assumptions, we was analyzing this amplifier circuitry up to till now. What are the concept we was discussed? Adu input impedance calculate ಮಾಡೋದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, output impedance, voltage gain, current gain, whatever it may be. Up to till now, what are the concept we was learned with respect to MOSFET amplifier? Correct. So these two assumptions we was made. Correct. So but these two are assumptions only, but reality in the bandaga it is not true. Correct. So these two assumptions only applicable. Just have a look of this graph. This graph I have divided into an three frequency bands. One is low frequency band, the second one is the mid frequency band, the third one is the high frequency band. I am correct? Low frequency band, mid frequency band, high frequency band. ನೀವೊಂದು ಇದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂಮರಿಕಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನೀವು ಕೊಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ FL ಅಂದ್ರೆ low frequency band ನ up to 1 kilo ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. 1 kilo to 500 kilo it will be the mid band ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. More than 500 kilo we called as an high frequency band ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. What are the two assumptions we was made? Or it will be applicable only the mid band region. Only the mid band region. Mid band regional matra coupling capacitance and bypass capacitance, it will be act like a short circuit, as well as the internal capacitance of gate to drain as well as the gate to source, it will be act like an open circuit. Correct. But in the low frequency band region, the two assumptions is not holds good, and even high frequency region also the two assumptions are not working properly. Correct. So reality adva particularly I wanted to discuss about the low frequency response of an amplifier as well as high frequency response of an amplifier anta bandaga, I wanted to consider the effect of an coupling capacitance, bypass capacitance, as well as the internal capacitive effects also. It is clear. Correct. So in this graph only I have named here gain fall off due to the effect of CC1, CS and CC2, means bypass capacitance as well as the ಕಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಲೋ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ರೀಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೈನ್ ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದೇ ತರ ಗೈನ್ ಫಾಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಜಿಎಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಗೇಟ್ ಟು ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಗೇಟ್ ಟು ಡ್ರೈನ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗತ್ತಾ? How the gain it will be reduced in this low frequency band and how the gain it will be reduced in the high frequency band due to these two capacitance. I have provided int also.
Due to their reactance.
Exactly. Reactance na use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ನಾವು ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನ ನಾವು ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋದು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ CC1 and CC2 CS ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಲೋ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಲೋ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದೋಸ್ 3 ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್? It will be high or it will be low?
High.
It will be high because of
high.
the reactance as well as the frequency. It will be inversely proportional. Frequency it will be very small, the reactance will be very high. Correct. So when the capacitance reactance it will be very high, it will be act like an open circuit or it will be act like an short circuit as like our assumption.
See high reactance.
When the reactance of when the reactance of the capacitance it will become very high, especially for at low frequency, definitely those capacitance it will be act like an open circuit according to the concept ಅಥವಾ in the reality ಅಂತಾನೆ ನಾ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಇನ್ ದ ರಿಯಾಲಿಟಿ ದಿಸ್ 3 ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಆನ್ ಓಪನ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್. ಬಟ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ರೇಂಜಸ್ ದಿಸ್ 3 ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಆನ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವೊಂದು ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಈ ತರ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರನೇ ಆ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈ ತರ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಬರ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಯು ಶೇಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಬರ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ದು ಡಿ ಸಿ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ನೀವು ಬರೀತಿರಲ್ಲ ಗ್ರಾಫ್, ಆ ಡಿ ಸಿ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ತರ ಐ ಗೈನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದನೇ ಐ ಗೈನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮ್ದು ಇನ್ಫೈನೈಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ವರ್ಗುನು ಗೈನ್ ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಮಿಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಗೈನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಇದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಲೋ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೈ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೈನ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಈ ತರ ಅಟೆನ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಗೈನ್ ಅಟೆನ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಒಂದು ರೀಜನ್. ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬರೋಣ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಹೈ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಈ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೇಟ್ ಟು ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಗೇಟ್ ಟು ಡ್ರೈನ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅನ್ ಓಪನ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಬಟ್ ರಿಯಾಲಿಟಿಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಹೈ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ, especially for high frequency, the reactance it will be very low. When capacitance reactance it will be very low, those capacitance, internal capacitance, it will be act like an short circuit. Correct. So due to this short circuit, once again the gain it will be reduced. Correct. So hence we are getting the graph, it will be look like this. Low frequency band ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ attenuation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, high frequency band ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ attenuation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Only mid band ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ we will get the constant gain. Just check it out here. Correct. So this is the graph of the normal amplifier circuitry. Correct. So now we will see what about the gain of this particular amplifier circuit and all. Correct. So this is the gain formula. AM it will be equal to V naught divided by V signal, overall gain. Correct. So overall gain anta bandaga we have to use this V signal also. Instead of using VGS we have to use the V signal. It will be equal to minus RG divided by RG plus R signal into GM times of R naught parallel RD parallel RL. Even this formula also we was using many times in the previous concept and all. Okay. The next one, for calculating the bandwidth, how we are going to calculate the bandwidth in this particular graph? In this particular graph, if you draw the graph gain versus frequency, that gain is already in terms of an dB. Straight away you have to take the 3 dB down the line. Correct. So when you have taken 3 dB down the line, where the 3 dB down the line it will be cuts that graph. This particular point we are called as an FL and this particular point we are called as an FH. When I'm going to do FH minus FL, we will get the bandwidth. And one more assumption here, FH minus FL, it will be equal to bandwidth. FL is very small, right, compared to FH?
Yeah.
In this graph, FH, it is in the range of 500 kilo. FL, it is in the range of hertz, or maximum it will be 1 kilo. Correct? So 500 minus 1 kilo, 499 kilo. It is a small changes. Correct? So if you neglect the FL also, the bandwidth it will be equal to FH. No problem. You can calculate only using the single cutoff frequency FH. Or if you know the value of FL, just do the subtraction of that and calculate the value of bandwidth. Okay. So next, how you are going to calculate the value of an gain and bandwidth product?
Hmm.
Bandwidth, just now we only calculated FH minus FL, correct? So this bandwidth multiplied with the maximum gain of an amplifier, maximum gain, this particular point, gain will be equal to somewhere around 40 dB, 30 dB ಏನೋ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ನ ನಾವು ಗೈನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ವಿಡ್ತ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Correct. So already gain it is already in terms of n dB. Straight away you can take the 3 dB down the line for calculating the FL as well as the FH. But unfortunately, I'm not calculated the gain in terms of n dB. Just have calculated gain. It will be equal to V0 divided by VI. V0 divided by VI. In such situation, how we are going to calculate the value of FL as well as FH? How we are going to take this 3 dB down the line for calculating the FH as well as FL?
We'll divide the whole thing by √2.
Exactly, correct. So when we are going to calculate the value of gain with respect, we are using the voltage quantity, V0 divided by VI. That time we have to do divided by √2. What the maximum gain you have, let us take somewhere, it will be something, correct? So that divided by √2. That divided by √2 ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗೇನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಗಿಂತ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗೋ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಎಳಿತೀನಿ. ಆ ಲೈನ್ ಎಳೆದಾಗ ಆ ಲೈನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ನ, ಆ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಂದ FL ಮತ್ತೆ FH ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಗೇನ್ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪವರ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪವರ್ ಗೇನ್ ನ ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಪವರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಪವರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ ಸಚ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದ ಹಾಫ್ ಪವರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ 1 divided by 2 ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಗೇನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು V divided by V ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ √2, P divided by P ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 2. ಓಕೆ. ಈ ಎರಡು ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ. ಅಥವಾ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಬಿ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ 20 log 10 ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಅವೇ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ 40 dB ಇದ್ರೆ 37 dB ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ವೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕಟ್, you have to calculate the FL as well as the FH. Correct. So in such a way that we are going.
ಹರೀಶ್,
ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್.
ಹುಡುಗ ಇದಾರಲ್ವಾ?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, ಇದಾರೆ ಸರ್.
Okay. That means that the voltage gain down by -3 dB.
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಈ ತರ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡಿ. 20 log base 10 of 1/2 it is equal to 3 dB. That is exactly.
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್. ಅದು ಡಿಬಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 dB ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
Okay, continue.
Okay sir.
Continue.
Okay sir. In such a way that we are going to calculate the bandwidth, if you have calculated gain in terms of dB or not, correct? So in such a way that we are going to take the 3 dB down the line for calculating the FL as well as the FH. Okay. So this is the general concept of general frequency response of an common source amplifier. Now we will discuss particularly how high frequency response will be and how low frequency response of an common source amplifier. Okay. So any doubt in this concept, particularly in this topic, general topic?
No, sir, we understood.
Okay, yeah. So now we will move to the high frequency response, correct? So for discussion of an high frequency response, we have to write the main common source amplifier circuit into the hybrid pi equivalent model. Okay. So for writing the hybrid pi equivalent model, we have to consider the internal capacitance also. Internal capacitance means gate to drain capacitance as well as the gate to source capacitance. Anyway, before looking of this particular hybrid pi model, once we will go to the main circuit diagram only without seeing the hybrid pi equivalent model. Anyone will you explain how we can convert or how you can write common source amplifier circuit into its hybrid equivalent model? Actually hybrid pi model ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮೇನ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ನಾವು ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಎನಿವೆ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ that is the procedure. First we have to write this main circuit into the hybrid pi equivalent model, then we are going to compute the various parameter using that circuit diagram. Anyway, still you people have any confusion for converting this circuit into an hybrid pi equivalent model? I will clarify now. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ explain ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? Input.
3.5 years ago things.
Yeah, tell me.
Special subjects.
Anyone?
The capacitance will be open circuited and resistances will be short circuited.
Yeah.
Okay, input
That-
port ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Anyway, hybrid pi equivalent model means we have represented this common source amplifier circuitry in terms of an two-port network system, right? Two-port network system ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನೇಮಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಎರಡೇ ವರ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ಗಳು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೇಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? In the input port, as usual V signal ಹಂಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, R signal ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಈ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ದಿಸ್ RG ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ RG ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ID ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ನ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಈ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಗುನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ RG ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಗುನು ಇದ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯ ಒಂದು ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಗೇಟ್ ಟು ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್. This capacitance only we are called as an gate to source capacitance. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ bridging capacitance ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Just have a look here. Bridging capacitance. Okay, so gate to source and gate to drain. These two capacitance it will be included in the compared to previous hybrid pi equivalent model ke compare madadre e equivalent model na these two component it will be extra. CGD and CGS, gate to drain, gate to source capacitance we was included. In ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಹಾಗೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಇದು ID value, ID it will be equal to GM times of VGS, correct? So ಒಂದು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. R0 ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, RD ಡ್ರೈನ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಲೋಡ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಲೋಡ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, correct? So in such a way that I am going to convert or I am going to write the main circuit diagram into the hybrid pi equivalent model. Okay, so for simplifying this hybrid pi equivalent model, just have a look here. R0, RD, RL, these three resistance are in parallel, correct? So you ಮೂರು ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ನಾನು ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದನ್ನ I am called as an RL dash. RL dash it will be equal to R0 parallel RD parallel RL. It is clear, correct? At the same time, I can still simplify this particular circuitry with the help of normal Thevenin's theorem. Thevenin's theorem ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಈ V signal ಗುನು VGS ಗುನು ಏನು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? Anyone? What is the difference between the V signal and VGS?
V signal will be the supply, VGS will be after the drop across R signal and RG.
Exactly, correct. So we have calculated the gain in two ways. ಯಾವ ತರ? A it will be equal to V0 divided by VGS. A will be equal to V0 divided by VGS. ಅಂದ್ರೆ VGS ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ how much input voltage you are supplying to the gate terminal, at the gate terminal, correct? So that voltage we have taken for calculation of an gain. And one more, how much voltage you are supplying or how much voltage you have drawn from the signal generator. That signal we have represented with the V signal, correct? So in most of the time ನಾವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದೀವಿ, the RG resistance is very high, or the typical value of input impedance of the MOSFET it will be equal to infinite. So hence VGS it will be equal to V signal ಅಂತ ನಾವು most of the case ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನ equate ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. But reality RG is not an infinite, right? It is a finite quantity, somewhere around 2 mega, 3 mega, 4 mega, something like that. So hence VGS is not exactly same as an V signal, but approximately we can compare V signal, it will be equal to VGS. Okay, so anyway, using Thevenin's theorem we can still simplify this particular circuitry. In Thevenin's theorem ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ? It is a series combination of an one power source as well as the one voltage source series with the one resistance. So what the voltage we are going to calculate it across the RG, correct? So that voltage only we are called as an Thevenin's voltage anta heltivi. At the same time, what are the total resistance we are going to calculate at the input port, that resistance only we are called as an Thevenin's resistance anta heltivi. correct? So here the Thevenin's resistance I have designated as an R signal dash. Don't make and confuse with R signal as well as R signal dash. R signal dash is the Thevenin's resistance. So Thevenin's resistance, it will be equal to the parallel combination of these two resistance, right? Parallel combination of these two resistance, R signal parallel RG. Thevenin's ಸಿಕ್ತು. ಅದೇ ತರ Thevenin's voltage ಬೇಕು. Thevenin's voltage ಅಂದ್ರೆ across which element I am calculating the value of an Thevenin's voltage across the RG, right? So V signal dash ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ. Thevenin's voltage ನ I am called as an V signal dash. It will be equal to RG times of V signal whole divided by R signal plus RG. Correct? So in such a way that I am going to simplify little bit of the above circuitry, and ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದನ್ನ Thevenin's use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು rewrite ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ I am going to get your circuit will be look like this. V signal, R signal dash. Okay, so this will be the CGS value, CGS capacitance, and CGD. This is the bridging capacitance in between input port to output port. ನೀವು ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ನ ನೀವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಓಪನ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಗೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಗೂ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ಹೊರತು ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಲುಕ್ ಹಿಯರ್. Correct? CGD. It will be act like the bridge. Okay, so this is the circuit. So now using this circuitry I am going to calculate it so on so parameter. Correct? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, I mean as equal to my previous equivalent diagram. Equal to my previous equivalent diagram ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಈ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜಿಂಗ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಈ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜಿಂಗ್ ನಾನು ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ easily I can calculate it so on so parameter and all. So hence I am going to make it use of an Miller's theorem. I hope you people are aware about the Miller concept. Correct? So Miller resistance ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಮಿಲ್ಲರ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ. Correct? So how we are using, or at what time we have to use the Miller capacitance as well as the Miller resistance concept ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರೂ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ಅದು ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ಗೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಸೇರಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಈ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ನೇ ನೋಡಿ, CGD ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ನೀವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ CGD is belongs to input port also as well as output port also. ನಾನು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ಈ CGD ನ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಕಡೆಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣ ಇಲ್ಲ CGD ನ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಕಡೆಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣ ಆ ತರ ಹೇಳಿಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಪ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ, ನಾಟ್ ಈಕ್ವಲಿ, ಅಪ್ರೋಪ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಶೇರ್ಡ್ ಟು ದ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಶೇರ್ಡ್ ಟು ದ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾನ್ few theorem of the Miller theorem. Okay, so hagagi with the help of an Miller theorem I am going to divide this capacitance to the input side. Correct? So now Miller's theorem nimge en helutte, just have a look of that. This is normal gain calculation. I hope you people are very much aware or with this formula. Correct? V naught it will be equal to minus GM VGS times of RL dash. VGS na nani ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ V naught divided by VGS, it will be called as an AV, gain, voltage gain. It will be equal to minus GM times of RL dash. RL dash andre eno, R naught parallel RD parallel RL. Okay, so this is the gain formula. So Miller's theorem na ನೀವು use ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ just have a look here. By Miller's theorem, C equivalent ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಬರೋ ಈ C equivalent, it will be equal to 1 plus A times of C. This is the general formula. 1 plus A times of C. Correct? So A ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಗೇನ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅದು. C ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is the bridging capacitance, CGD. Correct? CGD. Correct? So ಅದನ್ನ ಇದ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಬರೆಯೋದಾದ್ರೆ what is the gain of this particular amplifier? Just now we only calculated minus GM times of RL dash. Just now substituted into Miller's theorem formula 1. Correct? So plus GM RL dash idu CGD. Correct? CGD, that is the bridging capacitance, right? So this much capacitance it will be shared to the input side. That capacitance we are called as an C equivalent capacitance anta helidvi. That capacitance only we are called as an C equivalent capacitance. Now the above circuit it will be splitted as an two part. One input port aitu, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು output port aitu. So ಇವಾಗ use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು what are the parameter it is possible us to calculate, we will calculate now. correct? So anyway, in the input side, these two capacitance are in parallel. These two capacitance are in parallel. C equivalent andre that is Miller capacitance. So now C in and the total capacitance present in the input port, it will be equal to this capacitance plus this capacitance C in. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅಟ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿನ ಹೇಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಲುಕ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ದ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡಿಸೈನ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ ಸಿ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ, ವಿ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಎಸ್ ಟಿ ಸಿ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ನ ನಾವು ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಸ್ ಟಿ ಸಿ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್, correct? So low pass type tara, correct? So C in it will be equal to CGS plus C equivalent. So ನೀವು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ CGS plus C equivalent ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 1 plus GM RL dash times of an CGD, correct? Time constant we have represented with the tau. Tau it will be equal to RC, correct? So RC ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ, R ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು, R signal dash, C ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ, C in. R signal dash ಮತ್ತೆ C in, ಇದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು 1 divided by T ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ we will get the angular frequency omega naught, ಅಂದ್ರೆ omega h we will get, correct? So omega naught it will be equal to 1 by tau, tau value it will be equal to R signal dash into C in. So omega naught if you split it will be become 2 pi fh, 2 pi fh. fh ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು LHS ಕಡೆ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು 2 pi ನ ನೀವು RHS ಕಡೆ ಕಳಿಸೋದಾದ್ರೆ your fh formula it will become 1 divided by 2 pi R signal dash into C in. R signal dash into C in. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. R signal dash it will be equal to R signal parallel capital RG. R signal parallel capital RG. C in it will be equal to CGS plus 1 plus GM RL dash times of CGD. ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಇವೆರಡು ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಎಫ್ ಎಚ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 1 divided by 2 pi RC ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಜನರಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಎಫ್ ಎಚ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 1 divided by 2 pi RC ನೇ, ಬಟ್ ಆರ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಸಿ ಇನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ ತರ ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನ ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, so in such a way that we are going to calculate the value of an high frequency signal, correct? So this is the analysis of an high frequency response of an normal common source amplifier. Just have a look of this graph. We will get the graph like this for the high frequency signal. Okay, so the next one we will discuss the low frequency response of an common source amplifier, but it will take at least minimum half an hour of time. So only 2 minutes is left out. So within that time we will discuss one problem based on the high frequency response of an amplifier. Yeah. First problem, find the mid-band gain AM. Mid-band gain we have represented with AM here. And upper 3 dB frequency means FH, upper 3 dB frequency FH of a common source amplifier fed with a signal source having an internal resistance. Internal resistance means R signal. It will be equal to 100 kilo. The amplifier as RG it will be equal to 4.7 mega ohm. RD will be equal to RL. It will be equal to 50 kilo ohm. GM it will be equal to 1 milliampere per volt. R0 it will be equal to 150 kilo ohm. CGS 1 picofarad, CGD 0.4 picofarad. These are all the given values, correct? So now using these given values, we have to calculate the AM as well as the FH. What is the formula for AM? AM it will be equal to minus RG divided by RG plus R signal GM times of RL dash. Anyway, before that first we will calculate the RL dash value. RL dash it will be equal to R0 parallel RD parallel RL. Substitute the value of R0, RD, RL and calculated the RL dash. 150 kilo parallel 15 kilo parallel 15 kilo. The equivalent resistance will be 7.14 kilo ohm. Okay, so now substitute RL dash value in the above formula and calculate the value of AM. AM it will be equal to somewhere around -7. Okay, so the next parameter FH. FH it will be equal to 1 divided by 2 pi C in times of R signal parallel RG, ಅಥವಾ ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು straight away you can call it as an R signal dash. ಹೆಂಗಾದ್ರೂ ನೀವು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಸಿ ಇನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಬಂದು CGS plus 1 plus GM RL dash into CGD. Anyway, all the quantities we know. CGS already given, CGD is also given, RL dash we only calculated, GM is also given.